Hi, my name is Gary Sinak. I'm running for re-election on the City Council for Place 2. I believe in a good quality of life for our citizens, and I have a strong background in public safety. As most of you probably already know, and many of you don't, I hired on in 1980 when I moved to Gulf Shores. I got a job here with the Gulf Shores Fire Rescue Department. It's a paramedic firefighter. And I served 34 years on our department, and it was a real pleasure, it was a privilege really, of taking care of the citizens all those years. And I knew before I retired that I wanted to continue my service, so I knew that I was going to run for city council. Well, after 34 years, I retired in 2014 as a battalion chief, and I got elected to the city council in 2016. And the good citizens, I feel privileged that I still work for you. I've been with the city a long time, and it's been a privilege and a pleasure. Well, over the years with the department, I was placed in charge of our emergency medical services system. And I really prided myself on building the best system that we could have. Right now we have one of the best in the state, not just fire, but our policemen also. We always worked hand in hand with the police department, and those guys have a tough job. So I know what it's like, what they do, and I know firsthand what our firemen and paramedics have to go through. Because we all talk about quality of life, and there's no way to have a good quality of life without good public safety. It's just they go hand in hand. And my brother moved here in 1986, and I went to work with him on my off days. We were partners in G&G Plumbing in the hardware store. And I have a lot of experience in small business. We ran our business from 86 to a few years ago. My brother retired and we sold the business. And I learned an awful lot on the private sector from that. And being in the business with my brother and working my way up the ranks in the fire department, I've had to play a lot of leadership roles. And it's helped me, bring me to who I am today and working on the city council. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy working for the citizens. There's a lot of things I'd like to accomplish. I'd like to get some more beachfront property for the citizens to have resident parking only. Another big thing I want to do is fire department ambulance transport. Right now, our ambulance transport comes from a private company, and they get stretched thin at times. And I'd like to see about going to fire department ambulance transport. That way our guys will stay with the patient from the time the call comes out until the time they get delivered to the hospital. And Orange Beach provides that, Mobile provides it, and I think we should try and provide that for our citizens too. We have to continue working on our roads. And I'll say it, don't let anybody fool you. We're always going to have traffic here. We live in probably one of the most popular spots in Alabama, and people come here. That's why we have the traffic we do. Baldwin County is probably one of the fastest growing counties in the southeast. It's not just Gulf Shores and Orange Beach that are experiencing growth. It's our whole county and state populations growing. So we have to deal with that. And everything comes down to money, in whether it's your home life or the Moose Lodge or your church. Everybody has a budget. And so what we try and do is set priorities and put the city money to where all the budget goes, and to these projects that we're working on. Now, obviously, everybody has a little difference of opinion on certain priorities, but as the mayor and as a council together, we all agree pretty much on our priorities. We got the freestanding FED, the freestanding emergency room. We've created a city school system. We've built up our airport. Our schools are very important. That's why people want to move here, because the difference that it made going to a city school system is just unbelievable in the academics of the kids, and offering them also trade school programs that they can go to, because there is good money in plumbing. There is good money in electrical, in welding. I used to be a welder before I hired on the fire department back in the 70s. So these things are very important. It's up to us to provide these opportunities for our kids. Granted, you might find a pothole every now and then in the road, and these get addressed, but what we try and do is come together and provide these projects that make our quality of life better here in Gulf Shores. And public safety is one, our public works is another, providing services. All the citizens use all the city services. Obviously, I'm partial to public safety because that was my career. It's very important because I've seen things that most people don't ever see. And therefore, that's why I'm like I am in public safety. We have to stay on top of this because the world, we live in a bubble down here, and we're not subjected to a lot of things that go on in other parts of the country. And we have to stay ahead of the game, because eventually some of that could filter down here to our county, and the other cities have to do the same. They have to keep proper funding for their police and fire departments so that we can have good public safety, that we're not going to be subjected to some of the things that you see on TV. And it takes good public safety to do that.